Imagine Europe 50,000 years ago. The air is cold, the forests are thick. Towering mammoths roam the open plains, and cave lions stalk the shadows. This is not our world, this is the world of the Neanderthals. For hundreds of thousands of years, Neanderthals survived in some of the most unforgiving climates on Earth. But they weren't mindless brutes. They were highly adapted humans, and one of their most impressive skills was hunting. So what do we know about how Neanderthals hunted? It begins with their bodies. Neanderthals were stocky and muscular, with broad chests, powerful arms, and strong hands. They were built not just for survival, but for physical dominance in close encounters. Their dense bones and robust muscles suggest explosive strength, ideal for ambush hunting. And that's exactly what the evidence tells us they did. Neanderthals didn't hunt from long distances, like Homo sapiens eventually would with bows and arrows. They hunted up close with thrusting spears, wooden and stone-tipped weapons designed not to be thrown, but driven into prey at close range. This meant one thing: danger. Archaeological sites across Europe and Western Asia reveal the remains of large prey animals, bison, deer, even woolly rhinoceroses with cut marks from Neanderthal tools. At La Côte de Saint-Brelade, on the island of Jersey, hundreds of mammoth and woolly rhino bones were found piled beneath a cliff. Some researchers believe Neanderthals may have driven herds of animals off the edge, killing them en masse. It was intelligent. It was risky, but it worked. Neanderthals also hunted cooperatively. This wasn't the work of a lone individual. It required planning, strategy, and communication. Groups of hunters would lie in wait, knowing the paths their prey would take. They likely used terrain to their advantage, steering animals into ambush zones, or natural traps like ravines, swampy ground, or cliff edges. To do this, they had to understand animal behavior, migration patterns, wind direction, timing, and once the prey was down, butchering would begin immediately. Stone tools carefully crafted from flint and other sharp-edged rocks were used to strip meat from bone, remove hides, and break open marrow-filled bones. Nothing went to waste: marrow, fat, organs. These were essential calories, especially during the freezing winters of Ice Age Europe. There's even evidence of food storage and delayed consumption. At sites like Schänningen in Germany, wooden spears have been found preserved in the mud. Some over 300,000 years old, far older than any known Homo sapiens hunting weapon from that era. It tells us that the Neanderthal hunting tradition was not only advanced, it was ancient. But it wasn't just brute force and tools that made them successful hunters. Neanderthals had culture. They may have worn the hides of animals they killed, not just for warmth, but potentially for ritual or symbolic purposes. Some bones show signs of deliberate placement, perhaps part of ceremonial practices. Were these early hints of a spiritual connection to the animals they hunted? We may never know. What we do know is that the physical toll of this lifestyle was enormous. Neanderthal skeletons often show signs of traumatic injuries: broken bones, healed fractures, joint damage. Many of these match the kinds of injuries seen in modern rodeo riders, where humans come into close, dangerous contact with large animals. This tells us something crucial. They kept doing it, even with the risk, because they had to. The hunt was survival. But it was also more than that. It shaped who the Neanderthals were, their bodies, their communities, their minds. Hunting was at the center of their lives. And when the ice closed in and game became scarce, they adapted again, shifting to smaller prey, gathering plants and roots, even scavenging when needed. Then, about 40,000 years ago, they disappeared. Was it climate? Was it competition with Homo sapiens? Or was it a slow absorption into breeding and vanishing not through extinction, but evolution? Whatever the reason, they left behind something extraordinary. Tools, bones, fire pits, footprints, and a legacy written into our very DNA. Because the truth is, Neanderthals never really left. Their blood flows in millions of us today. And when we picture them not as cavemen, but as skilled hunters, intelligent survivors, and complex human beings, we don't just learn about the past. We remember who we are. If you found this journey into the world of Neanderthals fascinating, don't forget to like this video, share it with others who love prehistory, and subscribe for more deep dives into our ancient human story. Thanks for watching.